Breaking news, an asteroid the size of Texas and double the density of South America is currently on a collision course with a planet in the outer reaches of our universe. It is expected to bring tremendous turmoil to the small inhabitants that live there. Our best estimate 15 hours ago was that the asteroid would make landfall any moment now. I'm receiving word now that the planet in question has been completely wiped off of existence. Well, on to other news. Welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. For Saturday, March 24th, 2018, it is going to be one heck of a show. Sorry about the intro if it confused you or worried you. Don't worry, nothing bad's happening. Well, not yet. I mean, you never know. I mean, there could be a dinosaur-like extinction event coming. We don't know. But for the time being, no, we're fine. We're good. I don't know about that planet out in the outer reaches of the universe, but, I don't know, maybe Doctor Who got the TARDIS out there and saved them, or the Starship Enterprise showed up. Who knows? But anyway, what topics do I got this week to entertain you with? Well, believe it or not, I have not one, but two, count them, two Dragon Ball Super topics this week. I'm going to be talking about the reveal of the Grand Priest's voice, as well as the trailer for the new film. And you can even consider this kind of a third topic. I'm also going to be talking about the Dragon Ball Super fans that were flocking to the worldwide watch parties last week for episode 130. Ace Attorney, the anime series that I actually have to admit is really good rendition of the game, Phoenix Wright, is coming back for season 2. Yes! That was a good show. Viz Media has announced that their anime lineup, or at least some of it, will be going on to Go90's streaming platform. And oh boy, is that going to be fun. I'll explain why. Studio Ghibli's Ponyo celebrates its 10th anniversary in theaters. My God, it's been 10 years already? And to think it was just yesterday I was making the threat of walking in the snow to my local Best Buy to pick up a copy of the movie because I was going to get it come hell or high water. And if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, I got some saddish news for you. But don't worry, it's not sad as in, oh God, we're screwed. It's sad as in, oh, there's still hope. But I'll get to that when I get to that. But anyway, you know the drill by now. A-Roads 2012, A-Roads hyphen, I keep forgetting that damn hyphen 2012 on eBay for all your oddities, weird collectible needs, what have you, just strange and unusual stuff. I am in the process of putting up more stuff. I am not making that up. It's mostly a concept of taking the pictures and setting the time to do that. And yeah, it's just not enough hours in the day. But anyway, check that out if you're into trading cards, oddities, weird stuff, knickknacks, you name it, what have you, strange and unusual stuff. Don't forget, you can now follow me on Facebook via the Web Designer 18 Facebook page, as well as you can still follow me on Twitter at Otaku Road. So don't forget to check both those out. Alright, so how did my week go? Well, since you last saw me, I've had a very interesting, if not annoying and long week. For starters, I survived Winter Storm Toby. Yes, the nor'easter that decided to nail the northeast of the United States, basically dumped around where I live a good 13 inches of snow. Yeah, it was a lot of fun driving home in that. No, seriously, I had to go to work Wednesday morning, and I'm driving home in the snow, and it was a lot of fun. I could feel the back of the car fishtailing a little bit. I slid at the one intersection, which I do in every snowstorm. Once there's like a good inch or two of snow on the ground, I instantly slide at this one intersection. There's nothing I can do to prevent that, apparently. I got home safe and sound, happily. The car made it in one piece. I made it in one piece. I would have gotten down on my knees and kissed the ground, but I didn't feel like it. Stayed in, figured it's going to snow all day. I ain't going nowhere, and I did. Just watched some TV with my grandfather then. And just a whole bunch of other stuff. However, though, on Wednesday, I did have one more little thing. It kind of started Tuesday and kept me awake most of Tuesday night. I have what I'd like to call wisdom tooth. For those of you that have ever gotten those out, please tell me, is it easier when they're out? Does it make it better? Because it hurts so bad that it's coming in. And it's not to the point where it's preventing me from talking. It's fitting comfortably in my mouth, for the most part. It just hurts like you wouldn't believe, because you can feel your gum being torn by the tooth as it's popping out. And it's driving me up a tree. Just sensation-wise, I can feel it. And it bugs the crap out of me. At the same time, I kind of have a lot of earwax in that ear, which is kind of creating some pressure on my jaw, which is really not helping. So, yeah, my body really wants to screw me to the wall right now. But I had that happen Tuesday night, or Tuesday into Wednesday, like late Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday. I'm feeling better. It hurt a little more on Wednesday than it does now. So I think I'm kind of over the initial bump of it, and I'm starting to get used to it. So that's a good thing. But, it hurts. Drives me up a tree. But I had that happen this week, which was a load of fun. Shoveled out on Thursday from the snowstorm. Friday, I had to stop and pick up a DVD player on the way home, which, in all honesty, I'd already planned on getting one because, and I had the money set aside for it because they're inexpensive anymore. If you just want a basic DVD player, they're completely inexpensive. So it really wasn't that big of a deal, to pick one up. I just like doing my research. I like picking, which one do I want to get? Do I want to get this one? Do I want to get this one? Is this one better than this one? So on and so forth. And I settled on an Insignia, which is the same make as our TV. So I figure, okay, they're compatible. They're definitely going to, be nice to each other, and they are. Tried it today. We watched The Money Pit with my grandfather. I was showing him clips of that throughout the week. And he was getting a kick out of it so much. For those of you out there that don't know what the movie is, I'll give you a quick little rundown of it. It stars Tom Hanks and Shelley Long. They're a couple. They're not married yet. That plays a very good part in this movie. They get kicked out of this apartment that she had because the guy that actually owns it, whose name is the Maestro, this, really high ego, I'm the greatest thing that's ever put foot on the earth, decided to come back early, kicked her ass out, and they were screwed for a place to live. And then they find this piece of crap shack out in the middle of the woods. They got conned, basically. So what happened was that they got conned, and they're trying to fix the house up. After they bought it, they're getting the contractors and everything to fix the place up. The person keeps telling them it's only going to take 2 weeks. It's only going to take 2 weeks. It's only going to take 2 weeks. And 4 months later, they're still working on it and everything else, testing the patience of the two lovebirds, while at the same time driving them up a tree. They have no running water. That they have to actually get buckets to fill with water from outside in order to come in and take a bath and do dishes and things like that. There's one scene where he literally destroys their kitchen because he turns on a light switch. It's a really good movie. I recommend checking it out. But we watched that today with him. My grandfather got a kick out of that. But the thing was that I was kind of showing him clips throughout the week, and the clips I was showing him was pretty much the entire movie. And I kind of think I might have spoiled it for him, but then he got to see how everything kind of led up to what it was. It's sort of like that whole domino effect. That, you know where each of the little events in the whole domino train is going to be, but you don't know how they're all going to connect together to make, the whole mess and make everything work. And that's kind of what happened, so it was kind of a good day for that. Other side note, I didn't have to work today. Kind of made my day. So, I'm not happy that I didn't, earn anything today, pay-wise, but I didn't have to get up at 2:30 in the morning either. So, it's sort of a draw, a wash, if you will. But other than that, it's been an interesting week. So I just thought I'd let you all know about my tooth and everything. I always give you how my week's been. But this way, in case you hear me lisping or something, or you hear a little strange noise coming from me, that's why. it hurts from time to time. But anyway, let's jump into the podcast. Let's get this going 100%. And for those of you wondering, Professor Klump is at home still with the flu. Yes, poor Professor Klump is sick, unfortunately. So let's get into this and let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the Grand Priest in the dub version of Dragon Ball Super, the voice has finally been announced. And it's one of the biggest characters from this Funimation dub because the Grand Priest is playing a major role in most of the final sections of Dragon Ball Super, which, by the way, ends this weekend, unfortunately. Episode 131 ends the series, and then we have the movie that comes out in December. And hopefully the series will come back with, like, a next level of it because, I mean, the hype train for this is huge, and they're ending it sort of like a... I really don't want to say anticlimactically, but come on. How you're ending it's really just idiotic at this point to me. But then again, I haven't seen the ending yet. I know it comes out in Japan tonight. I won't get to watch it until Sunday. I'm recording this on a Saturday, and I watch it on Sunday, so that's how I do that. So I don't see it yet, so don't ruin it for me. It's the first thing I watch on a Sunday morning. It really is. My Sunday morning ritual is, while my podcast is, being fixed up, while I'm doing all that, I watch Dragon Ball Super, so that's sort of my thing, which I'm going to have to find something else to do now in the background, because, unfortunately, I won't have Dragon Ball Super after this week. I guess I could watch One Piece. That's not too bad. It's kind of getting interesting. But anyway, debuting in episode 55 of the English dub, the Grand Priest has just a great intro to the English dub as the fans were expecting. And the voice of it is a person by the name of Josh Griel. I've never heard of this person before. So, happily, the article gave me some of the things, and I'm just kind of like slapping myself in the head and face-palming myself, because like, oh crap, this is who the person is. But it's just one of those, unless you actually know the person or you are like a diehard fan of the series, you're not going to know who the person is. I mean, in all honesty, now, if I'd be voicing a character, everybody be able to tell who I am, so they'll go, wait, that sounds like the person that does those rant videos where he, screams and hollers about stuff, and that podcast that's every single week on YouTube. What's his name? But some of the work that Griel has done, in the past, he has done the voice of Armin in Attack on Titan, Kenichi in Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple, Yuri Katsuki in Yuri on Ice, and Icy Hodo, or Hyoido, or however you pronounce that, in High School DxD Season 3. I have heard of Attack on Titan. I've seen Attack on Titan. I've not seen Season 2 or Season 3. Mostly I've seen the first season. So don't go, oh, he's not an otaku anymore. No. I've seen the first season. I have no issue with the series, other than the fact it's a little on the dark side for me. It's a little on the, I'll come out and say it's a little on the gory side for me. I'm not that big a fan of, gore. It's a little on that side for me, but I've seen it. I've seen Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. Love that. My God, that's beautiful. So, to get a main character like this, and a voice talent like this to do these type of roles, that's sort of an interesting thing. Because, you have the voice of Goku, the voices of Vegeta, Piccolo, and all those. They're used to the roles because they've done them for so long. I mean, if you go up and you say something to, like, Sean Schimmel, you go, hey, do Goku, he'll do it. There's no argument there. So it's just kind of like, a weird thing. But they kind of have a little, description on this. Just as Xeno was with their first meeting, the Grand Priest is surprised with Goku's nonchalant nature and is curious about his power as well. Fans who have been following the Japanese language release know what this is leading to, but Griel portrays the priest with as much mysteriousness as the character deserves. I've seen the clip that was up on Twitter of it. I'm just really not... I can't really tell. But then again, I mostly just have seen the Japanese version because I wanted to watch it. I wanted to see what happened, so I don't really have anything to decently compare it to. But it's not that bad in the long run. They have a voice. That's good. That's all that really matters at this point. Dragon Ball Super airs on Crunchyroll Saturday evenings at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. Adult Swim airs the English dub during its Toonami block Saturday evenings at 9:30 p.m. and is now available to stream on Funimation Now and Amazon Video. For those of you that don't have cable or don't like Toonami, you can just watch it online. I like Toonami, but I don't have cable. I wish Toonami would have a Roku channel. I wish there would be a Roku channel for Toonami. That'd be really cool. I'll have to look that up. Maybe they do have one. Oh, God, I wish they did. Ooh, that'd be neat. I would put that on the TV and watch that while my mom and grandfather are eating. I'll watch the Toonami channel instead of watching some Super Sentai. That way they don't have to listen to Japanese. If you want to catch up, though, with the English dub, the first 39 episodes are available to stream on Funimation Now, Crunchyroll's VRV service, which I have my reservations about, and available to purchase on Amazon Video as well. Then again, you can also just go to your local store and pick up the seasons, because I know I saw a couple, the first sets of volumes already out. The 39 episodes span the full range of what has aired in North America and covers the Battle of the Gods arc, which was the movie, Revival of F arc, which was, again, the movie, the Universe 6 arc, which I'm kind of glad they did in the show, and bringing the series right up to the current TV airings of the Future Trunks arc. Yes, that was a good saga. Funimation has previously announced that the rest of the series will soon be available on the service as well, releasing in 13-episode batches 2 weeks after the last episode airs on Cartoon Network. Fans of Dragon Ball Super's English dub without a cable connection will soon have a way to experience the series. Oh, how nice. Instead of just watching the Japanese one and just sucking up and dealing with the voice of Goku, I don't really mean to, I don't want to be mean about this and anything, but for the people that constantly complain about sub versus dub, in all honesty, just deal with it. Just mute the damn audio and be happy. It gives you subtitles. You can read what's happening. You don't have to put up with the voices. Just mute the audio and read. It's not going to kill you. There's some anime that even I can say, and I apologize for that little pause there. I had to take a good breath of air. There's stuff that I, can watch subbed, and there's stuff that I can watch dubbed, so it's, it's a give and take with this stuff. But yeah, so there you go. Don't forget, though, the new movies coming out. So Dragon Ball, it's good. I mean, the series is coming, Super Series is coming to an end, sadly, this week. But we're getting the new movie in December, which will come out in Japan. But then again, the crafty people will have it up online, and we'll probably get it next year. So either way, it's not ending completely for us, but it's ending in a whole for now. The film's going to focus on the Saiyans, the origin of Goku's power, and potentially the story of the very first Super Saiyan God. Yeah. Not only does it aim to be the best film in the series, the original creator, Akira Toriyama, will be contributing to the film's script and new character designs. I'll talk more about that when I get into the other Dragon Ball Super topics for this week. I guess I gotta reset my counter for that now, too, huh? It used to be Pokemon, now it's Dragon Ball Super. I seem to be talking about Dragon Ball topics every week. Huh. Well, I am a Dragon Ball Z nut. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and I originally hated it at first, and you get snowed in one day, you don't have to go to school because you have a snow day, and you want to watch TV at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's what's on, you're going to fall in love with it. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, if you're a fan of the Phoenix Wright games for the Nintendo DS, and, well, hell, if you still have a Nintendo DS and you haven't upgraded to the Switch yet, you probably know of Ace Attorney. Yes, I've talked about this anime a couple times. It's wonderfully made. I was watching that as it was airing at the same time. I would watch that, then I'd watch Dragon Ball Super, then I would watch that, and on a Sunday morning, and I loved it. It was a great show. sadly, it ended after, well, I want to say like 12 or 13 episodes, it ended. And I was sad. I thought there was so much more they could have done yet. Well, good news. It's coming back. It's returning for a second season this fall, and I am happy about this. The series follows Naruhodo Ryuichi, or Phoenix Wright in the localized games, known for his passionate pursuit of truth and his catchphrase of objection or idiot. I do remember hearing him say that half a dozen times in the anime series. The original Capcom game was first released back in 2001, spawned a crap ton of sequels, spin-offs, and the anime adaptation that aired the first season back in 2016 in April. That's when it started. The anime staff and cast will be returning for the next season, including Watanabe Amu as director, Tomioka Asuhiro for series composition, and Ota Kiko for character design and animation direction. Kazuyuki Yuki-oi and Tamaki Masashi will reprise their roles as Phoenix Wright, Asato Mayo, and Mitsurugi Rigi, respectively. In other words, Phoenix, his plucky young assistant, and the antagonist / rival. There you go. I can't pronounce names anymore, apparently. I apologize, by the way, multiple times. I do this every week. I apologize for the mispronunciation of the Japanese names. Please, to the Japanese, I do apologize. Please don't hate me. It's difficult for me to pronounce the names because I don't know how exactly you're having the syllables. Is it a long I? Is it a short I? Is it like pronounced like this, or is it said like this and pronounced like that? I don't know. I do apologize half a dozen times, half a dozen ways. I do apologize. Believe me, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I love the names that a lot of the Japanese people give, a lot of their children, their characters, their stuff. It's wonderful. I just have a hard time pronouncing it. I do apologize for that. But I'm looking forward to this. This is huge. So I get second season of this is coming out. I get to look forward to this. A lot of stuff in fall of this year I'm looking forward to. The Wreck-It Ralph movie comes out this fall. I'm looking forward to that. Now I get to have an anime series I get to look forward to. This is just so amazing. I like Ace Attorney. It was a good series. And like I said, for the first season, it wasn't bad. It's kind of neat when I'm playing the game along with them and I'm trying to, well, I mean, not the actual DS game. I'm playing the detective game of trying to figure out the mystery as they are themselves. The only two that I could not figure out were the mystery with the circus and the mystery with the Loch Ness Monster, aka the one when Reggie was accused of killing a guy out on the lake. Those were the only two I could not figure out for the life of me. Other than that, I was doing a damn good job figuring out the mysteries as they were. So I just have a crap ton of fun doing this, and I'm glad that the second season is coming out. I'm looking forward to it. Sometime this fall, they'll probably have an announcement. I'll probably talk about it. Simple as that. But I'm looking forward to it. All hail Phoenix, right? Let's do this. And one more time, just for old time's sake, let's do it together. EDA! Alright, let's have a little bit of a to and fro here. Let's picture something, if you will. Let's all join hands, metaphorically speaking, of course, and let's have a little visual game here. Now, your favorite show. It doesn't have to be an anime series. It could be your favorite show. If you may like a Britcom, you may like Doctor Who, something from, India, what have you. Your favorite show's having a big viewing party for celebrating a huge milestone, or they're nearing the end of the series. It's been a jam-packed, fun-filled thing, and you want to see it. Big events going on and everything. So we're all visualizing this, right? We're all seeing like this big stadium, plopping it up on the Jumbotron, everybody paid to sit there, see it with fans, talking stuff about the show and everything, having a good time. You might have like a little drink, like a soda or something, some snacks, what have you. It's like going to the movies and watching TV at the same time. Now, keep that thought in mind, because thousands of people were flocking to the worldwide watch parties for Dragon Ball Super episode 130 last week. So, a lot of fans think that it died after Z. In fact, there are some fans that think Dragon Ball Z was horrible with the Buu saga, Bennett the Sage being one of them, and personally, I liked the Buu saga. That was one of the best out of all three of the sagas you had. You had the Saiyan saga, which led into the Frieza saga, which finished off that whole thing. You had the Android saga, which led into the Cell saga, which finished off that whole thing. And then you had the Buu saga, which just kicked so much ass and was so cool. I liked it. But apparently a lot of people didn't, so, to each their own. But the franchise shot to global stardom thanks to the anime sequel. But Toei Animation did not give up on Goku afterwards. After the controversial debut of Dragon Ball GT, which gives me indigestion just thinking about how horrible that train wreck of an abomination was, the Saiyan was revived a few years back in Dragon Ball Super. Well, technically he was revived with the movie Battle of Gods, which skyrocketed everybody back, and you can't even count that crappy live-action Dragon Ball Evolution because everybody wanted somebody's head on a platter for that. I remember the fans chanting that. But anyway, so the series made its return to TV after a brief week-long hiatus, which, when you have 2 episodes left, and the series is ending, and it's going to end before April 1st, because April 1st starts a whole new show that's taking its time slot, why then would you waste the time blinking out a week going, nope, we're not having an episode this week? You could have ended at episode 132 instead of episode 131, but nope. Nope. We're not going to do that. We're going to skip a week, and then we're just going to come back. Fine. Go for it. Dragon Ball Super aired its 130th episode, and the penultimate update saw Goku go all out against Jiren. He finally mastered his Ultra Instinct form, which sadly, and spoiler alert by the way, because by this point in time, it's been up on YouTube for a week, it's no longer a spoiler, it had a massive recoil effect on his body. It basically zapped every last ounce of strength out of him. He is literally on the ground at this point. He was going to give Jiren some energy so that he wasn't going to hurt him, he wasn't going to kill him, he was just going to give him some energy so he could crawl off the stage on his own, but his body just betrayed him. But last episode, 130, gave us 2 neat reasons to stand up and cheer. Frieza's still around, which I kind of called. Big time. I called that. And Android 17, who a lot of us thought sacrificed himself, sadly did not sacrifice himself. So it kind of makes my rest in peace montage and thing for you mute. But you know what? Screw it. I'm happy you're still around. That's cool. You're a good character. They're not going to get rid of somebody that's probably selling a crap ton of money on the DLC. But anyway, so the last episode was, it was great. I will admit that. So several countries in Latin America and South America chose to honor the big episode with live watch parties. Now, this isn't exactly an uncommon thing with certain shows, sporting events, what have you. It's not uncommon to say, hey, we want to have a watch party for this. Who's up for coming over to like a friend's place and chilling out for a couple hours while we watch the show that's going to be like this really great ultimate episode or something? Well, unfortunately, there's some issues with this one. So, thousands upon thousands of fans gathered to watch Goku and Jiren duke it out. Official and unofficial live stream parties were held in places like Mexico, Ecuador, Chile, Argentina, and more. Dozens of cities took part in the homegrown movement, as a... okay, I'm going to mispronounce this, so I'm just going to spell it out. Juarez, Mexico, alone is said to have brought up to 30,000 fans for its event. Videos and photos of the massive get-together are going viral on social media, and after all, it isn't every day you see several thousand people of all ages coming together to root for Goku. I mean, honestly, this is like literally having the entire world see the fight happening and going, just holding their hands up, going, "Here, Goku, take my energy, beat Jiren, save our universe." It's just wonderful. But while plenty were surprised by Latin and South America's big parties, lots of anime lovers saw it coming. However, in the weeks leading up to this, Toei Animation released stuff about, we do not approve this, we do not condone this, and this stuff caught on big. So the weeks leading up to Dragon Ball Super's latest episode, areas like Monterey and Guadalajara. Wow, I've never seen that spelled out before. I have actually heard that name said multiple times, but I have never seen it spelled out before. Wow, I actually got that. Said they would be hosting watch parties sponsored by the government. Unfortunately, these bigger events were sadly canceled when Toei Animation sent a C&D regarding the unofficial parties. For those of you out there that don't know what that means, a C&D is cease and desist. That basically means that they sent them a letter saying, nope, you ain't doing this. We do not give you permission to do this. If you even so much as breathe a hint that you're going to do this, we are going to come down on you with the hammer of Thor so bad it will leave a crater where you were standing. And that stops a lot of people, because once they hand you that cease and desist, that's it. It's done. You can't fight it. You don't go around them. You don't say, no, we're going to do this anyway. No. It's done. They hand you a cease and desist, you're done. It's donezo. So, thousands of people, though, still came out to this, soldiered on with their parties, and social media has shown the events were almost as hyped as Dragon Ball Super's episode itself. Toei Animation, though, is still pissed about this. In all honesty, at this point, I don't see why. Okay, so a government is going to host a party. What's the big deal at this point? Now, okay, before anybody says it, I can understand the point here. I can understand Toei to a point. They want to make the money off of this by having the people watch it themselves. Here's the thing. It's getting watched. This is a hyped up episode. It's going to be watched half a dozen times a day for the next week. This isn't something that's just going to be one of these simple once and done, oh, we're not going to watch the episode ever again moments. This is going to be something that people are going to watch so many times, they are going to know it by heart. They're going to be able to tell you the very scene where Goku's hair moves. They will tell you which finger Goku moved first when he made a fist. That's how many times this episode is going to be watched. They will tell you exactly word for word what Master Roshi, Tien, all the characters in this were saying at any given moment. And to get upset about this is honestly idiotic to me. While yes, I can understand the whole, okay, we don't want you doing this, still, unofficial parties. Like I said, it's basically like having a bunch of people come over to your house and say, hey, we're going to watch it on my big screen TV. I got hooked up to a media PC. We're going to watch it on there. Let's watch this. Come on over. We're going to watch this together. We're going to have a big party. You can't stop people from having small little get-togethers in their home that just so happen to coincide with Dragon Ball Super airing a new episode. That doesn't work. And yes, I understand you're going to get a little pissed off. You're going to get annoyed. You're going to get mad. So be it. So have you. I understand that. But honestly, you can't complain about everything. While, yes, I know you're Toei. You can do whatever you want. You're basically the Japanese Disney. You don't have the right to just up and tell people, you can't do this. We don't approve of it. When it's going to be giving you hype for your show. And that's the main thing here. You get a whole bunch of fans together They're going to talk about their favorite moments. They are going to pull up clips from their favorite moments. They are going to talk a blue streak about their favorite shows, their favorite clips, their favorite scenes, favorite characters, what have you. That's publicity that you desperately would want to have for something like this, especially when the series is ending. That's something that, hey, we're hyped up to see the movie. Yeah, hey, we're going to make it, yeah. Oh, no. We're going to get together. Yeah, here, give me your contact info. Yeah, I'll call you when the movie gets released here. Yeah, we're going to go see that together. It's going to be cool. That's the type of stuff that you want, because then that'll come back in big dividends down the road. Where they'll go, hey, yeah, I remember you at that watch party for episode 130. Man, can you believe how it ended? Oh, man, I know. But I hear the movie's supposed to be really good. Yep, that's why I'm here, day one. Yep, I can't wait to watch this. And that's the whole thing. I don't know if there are going to be any official parties or any unofficial ones for the finale this week. I don't know. Basically, after the cease and desist letters got sent out, I think a lot of people are probably going to be scared now to do anything, because I think some of the unofficial ones were getting targeted, last I heard. So I don't know, that's kind of sad. But anyway, I mean, talk about free publicity. You know? That's the whole thing. So if Toei Animation can find a way to approve some official parties for the show's finale, it should, which it should, you talk about free publicity. That's literally writing a blank check. It's like, yep, we're just going to have an official watch party, like stream it to movie theaters. Let the theaters, charge the theaters. This is how much you're going to get charged to have the episode play. After you pay them, after they pay you, the money, what they make over is profit. You can make a crap ton of money off of this, get a whole crap ton of publicity, and at the same time, make so many fans happy that they can get together and talk shop. I don't understand why they didn't want to do that, but like I said, I can understand it to a point, but at the same time, that point kind of pisses a lot of me off. Not enough to do a rant video on it, but it's just enough in general. So, there you go. If you were one of the lucky ones to be at one of those parties, was it fun? Because I can imagine it was a lot of fun. I went to Battle of Gods when it came out in the theaters here in the U.S., there were like 6 empty seats left. 3 or 4 of which were broken and 2 that were unoccupied. That's it. Every seat in that theater was packed, and I was one of them. I had a blast watching that. So many fans of the series. So many people. I still remember the guy that walked in wearing the Goku shirt. Seriously, so much stuff happens when you have good publicity. You just really have to try. But, I don't know, maybe things will be better. Maybe they'll have some official ones for this. I don't know. Maybe they'll have something down the road where it'll be like official release parties for some of their, like when they bring it back. I don't know. Let's hope. But that's all we can do for now. Dan Harmon, you've created a great series here. For those of you that are unfamiliar with who he is, let me explain. A weird show called Rick and Morty, which is ballooned in popularity. This thing has taken off bigger than any show I've ever seen. This is like bigger than Adventure Time, bigger than regular show. This is bigger than most of the crap that Adult Swim's been slogging to all of us for years. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of Adult Swim, even though they have Toonami on it. In all honesty, it's what makes it a mixed bag for me. But Rick and Morty is a great show. Sadly, for those of you that are hoping for Season 4, well, the future of Rick and Morty is in limbo. In an article that I read this week, in spite of the more extreme elements of Rick and Morty's saucy fan base, the Dan Harmon, Justin Roiland created sci-fi parody remains a pretty entertaining watch. But after 3 stellar and wildly popular seasons, its future is unclear. It's basically cloudy. I mean, I can't even get a soothsayer or a crystal ball to tell me if it's going to come out. So taking to Twitter, Harmon clarified in a discussion with an angry fan, which those are always fun, that the reason the creative staff were not working on the fourth season of Rick and Morty is that Adult Swim has yet to order it. Yeah, see, that's the whole concept. The network has to order the episodes in order for you to get the money to pay the staff. It's sort of the whole trickle-down economics theory, but in actuality, you need to get paid in order to make the thing to pay the people that are making the thing. See what I mean? For a show of this level of popularity for the network, it's a surprising revelation. And according to Harmon, it's preventing him from writing anything for the show at all. And this isn't the first time major delays on the part of the network have been discussed. In January, the Detroit cast spoke with series writer Ryan Ridley, who said that at the current pace, new episodes might not be ready until late 2019. Ridley was quoted as saying, "They really take their time. I never understood why everybody, all parties, Dan Harmon, Justin Roiland, and Adult Swim, didn't get their shit together and make the show fast. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure they all have their reasons." And, well, yeah, I'll admit, they probably do, which, in all honesty, we know what Harmon's is. No money equals no show equals no paying the staff. No order from the network means no money. You can't do anything. So while Ridley seemed confident at the time that more Rick and Morty would happen, the fact that no work has since been done and that Adult Swim is yet to even order a fourth season of the show has to be disconcerting for the fans. I mean, we the fans have been looking forward to this since the third season ended. They kind of dropped so many bombshells in this one that they left so many doors open for what's going to happen in season 4. You have Evil Morty. The Citadel of Ricks has been taken over. Basically, it's been usurped. Evil Morty's now in charge of it. You have the whole construct of everything that's happened in season 3. Rick taking on the president. You have Jerry moving back in. So much stuff has happened, but we don't get to see what's going to happen next because nothing's happened. Now, of course, you have the fan fictions and you have the theories and everything else, but in all honesty, that's basically chicken bait at this point, and clickbait if nothing more, because you can't get anything good off of that. All it is basically one person's hope that isn't going to, work out. So while the show does seem likely to return eventually, it's looking like it could be a long, long wait, which is sad because I kind of like it. However, you can pick up the first 3 seasons. You can binge watch the entire series as it is now. If it doesn't get a 4th season, I think we the fans will probably just riot and take to the internet. Firsthand that if the 4th season ever gets canceled and they yank the plug on Rick and Morty, I will be the first one to do a rant video. Okay, I may not be the very first one, but I'm going to be one of the first or one of the few that will be doing a rant video on it. So, yeah, don't worry about it. I will be there. I will be screaming. I will be complaining. But it's still, like I said, it's kind of sad that there's no 4th season. It's a good show. It's one of those, I recommend watching it, but keep in mind, it is kind of made more for like teenagers to early adults. And I mean like 18-year-olds. I would say like maybe 16-year-olds could watch this. 15, 16 be the starting point. But it's definitely geared more towards like the 18-year-olds and higher. And unlike a lot of Adult Swim's programming, this isn't stoner programming. You can actually follow this and not be high. Because, I don't do drugs, and I could watch the show and understand it. It was funny. It was cool. It was neat. I enjoyed it. Unlike half the crap that Adult Swim's been slogging lately, I can't understand thing one about it. And I'm thinking to myself, they obviously have this geared to people that are stoned. Because I can't follow it. And if I can't follow it, that means that it's not geared towards me. Which is a simple prospect. So, yeah, there you go. But But anyway, season 4 hopefully will come out eventually, as the procrastinator would once say. And maybe we'll get a season 4. Maybe it'll be good. Heck, at this rate, just give us a made-for-TV movie. Seriously, I'll take that. I think the fans will too. Alright, so for those of you that are unfamiliar with a lot of Studio Ghibli's movies, or you just realize that there's so many of them in that catalog that you don't want to sit through and try to figure them out, let me save you some trouble. Ponyo. It's a very interesting movie. I like it. It's actually in my top 3 favorite Studio Ghibli films. It goes Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Ponyo, in that order. I like Spirited Away. I don't own it yet. It's on my list to get. I do have Kiki's Delivery Service. I have the original 2-disc edition that has the storyboard animation as the bonus disc, that you can literally watch the whole movie as storyboards. That's really cool. So I don't have the redone Disney-esque version, and I have Ponyo. Yes, Ponyo. Ponyo is a good series. It's a love story. I like it. And when it originally came out on DVD, I actually threatened to walk in the snow, because they were calling for snow. So if memory serves, it came out on DVD around my mom's birthday the one year, and I actually threatened to walk in the snow, because they were calling for a massive snowstorm that day. I threatened to walk in the snow all the way up to my local Best Buy just to pick it up. My local Best Buy is a good 13 to 15 miles away from where I live. So I would have walked that in the snow just to get this movie. That's how much I wanted it. While in actuality, my mom would have probably, whacked me upside the head and locked the door, and basically, I would never have gotten outside the door. But anyway, from the legendary Studio Ghibli, creators of Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, the Academy Award-winning director Hayao Miyazaki. Oh, it's been a long time since I've said those words. Comes a heartwarming family adventure. Damn straight. Ponyo is celebrating its 10th anniversary as part of the Studio Ghibli Fest in 2018. You can relive this gorgeous feature in theaters for a limited time later this month. So, this is the plot for it. So, just hold up, you'll enjoy it. Trust me. And I know I'm saying so a lot, but yeah, I know. When Sosuke, a young boy who lives on a cliff top overlooking the sea, rescues a stranded goldfish, strange-looking goldfish, named Ponyo, he discovers more than he bargained for. Ponyo is a curious, energetic young creature who yearns to be human, but even as she causes chaos around the house, her father, a powerful sorcerer, schemes to return Ponyo to the sea. I loved this movie. The English dub, you have Liam Neeson does the voice of the dad, Ponyo's father. He's really, it really just brings the whole thing home. He plays this scientist that basically is like a spellcaster in the ocean that's supposed to help keep it pure and clean, and he does a whole bunch of stuff, tries to contain Ponyo's essence, doesn't work too well. He manages to get her back, only for her to escape again. She gets into his magic elixir, spreads the magic water throughout the ocean, which alerts her mother, who's basically like a sea goddess, and all of a sudden the father's like, yes, but she's done so much damage, and it's just unraveling the world, and we need to fix this. We need to find her, and yeah, okay, never mind. Meanwhile, you have Sosuke, who's kind of falling for their kind of friends. Ponyo loves Sosuke. It's so well done. I just can't stress that enough. It's just that good of a movie. It's beautiful. I think I showed it to my mom. If not, I'll have to make a note to do that at some point. But it is just that good of a movie. It's breathtaking. It's imaginative. It's vibrant with color. I will admit that. It is just an overall beautiful movie. You got Lily Tomlin, Liam Neeson, like I said, Kate Blanchett, and Matt Damon. Wow, I didn't know Matt Damon was in that movie. Wow, you learn something new every day, huh? Ed Moore, who just brought this to life. But it's returning to theaters and will be available in both the original Japanese language with English subtitles, as well as the star-studded English dub. Tickets and theater information are available now for showings on March 25th, dubbed, and March 26th, subtitled, as well as a second dubbed showing on March 28th. Wow, I cannot talk today. Yep, so you can purchase your tickets today. Take your friends and family along for this unforgettable adventure. Or better yet, just buy the DVD and take it home and have a watch party. Hey, we're going to have a Ponyo party. Yeah, let's watch Ponyo on the cliff by the sea, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to watch. You can just do that in case you can't actually get to the theater and you just want to have it yourself. Just invite a couple friends over, pop the disc in, and watch it. I can't stress enough how great this movie is. I mean, it really is good. Compared to the one that came out after this that I actually got was that Secret World of Arrietty. I actually ended up getting rid of that because I got it and I thought, hey, this is going to be really cool. I saw The Borrowers. I thought it was going to be really cool. It wasn't. But Ponyo, oh, man, that was a good movie. It's, like I said, it's one of my top 3 favorites. It's in the top 3 of my favorite Studio Ghibli films. And in fact, being in my box of anime DVDs that no matter what happens to me in my life, they are never going anywhere. It is sitting in that box along with Kiki's Delivery Service and Summer Wars. So yeah, it is just an overall great movie. And I cannot stress enough how cool it is, how beautiful it is, vibrant colors, wonderful world, beautiful animation. I cannot stress this enough. In fact, you know what? Pause the podcast right here. Find a trailer for it on YouTube. Check it out. I highly recommend it. Then come back because I'll still be here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I will always be here for you. Remember that. I will always be here. Alright, let's talk about my third and final Dragon Ball Super topic for the night. Woo! Now, as I've mentioned earlier, we had the Dragon Ball Super movie, which just got the release date of December 14th. Well, good news! We just got a trailer for it, at least a teaser trailer for it. And I am a little concerned. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have a teaser trailer, it's not meant to do more than just whet your appetite. That's the whole point of a teaser trailer. It's not supposed to show you the whole movie. It's just supposed to whet your appetite, to keep your mind focused on, hey, I want to see more, constantly looking up and waiting to see when the next one comes out. This one, however, kind of left me a little confused and a little strangely unfulfilled. So, the teaser trailer basically was Goku doing some stretching on like an iceberg type thing. You see a fist and an arm that's attached to it, kind of like flexing, and that's it. And you hear Goku going, oh, it's you, and powering up to like take this person out. That's the whole thing. So, according to some info revealed during the Bandai Namco event, the Bandai Namco Entertainment lineup presentation, a global release is planned alongside the Japanese debut. Oh, well, I wouldn't doubt that. With the massive amount of same-day simuldubs and simulcasts, yeah, I would pretty much see it happening. But for now, you can see a very nicely animated Goku as he prepares to take on the mystery threat of what will be the 20th Dragon Ball feature film. You can easily pull the trailer up on YouTube. I'm not going to say anything else about that. The movie has Akira Toriyama. Sorry about that. I have to go on there. Akira Toriyama writing and providing character designs. And Tatsuya Nagamine from One Piece Film Z at the helm. So this is setting up to be a really good movie. I'm hoping it doesn't fall flat on its face. But in all honesty, I've kind of seen movies like this crash and burn. They're building up too much hype. And I'm just hoping that the storyline and the plot... Now, don't get me wrong. Akira Toriyama has yet to make something that's really crappy. Except for Dragon Ball Z Kai. But then again, I don't think that was his entire decision. If it was, that's a blot on an otherwise spotless record. But with something like this, even though it was just a teaser trailer, you're kind of building up a tremendous amount of hype, and I'm just hoping that it's not going to crash and burn. I'm hoping that it can write a check. I'm hoping that this, like, the trailer and the hype is writing a check that the characters in the story can cash. Because if it can't, you're going to hear about it from the fans. That's going to be like day one. Oh my God, this movie was horrible. And, it could go the adventures of Pluto Nash. And that would not be a good thing for a Dragon Ball series. For anything Dragon Ball related. That would be horrible if it Pluto Nashed itself. And for those of you that don't know what that is, as the good doctor would once say, Google it. So, yep. So, look forward to that. There's more info coming out, but that's about it for that. Like I said, YouTube, the trailer, it's... Like I said, it kind of left me a little confused and wanting more, but not in a good way. So, yeah, check it out. Make your own decision. After all, you are a person. You have your own mind. I can't tell you what to like and what to hate. Good old Viz Media. Makers of such wonderful series as Naruto, Bleach, Bakuman, apparently. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful things. At least I think they still do Bakuman. I don't know. Don't quote me on that last one. That one I'd have to completely double check on. Well, I think they actually do have the rights to the anime after, oh God, who the hell was in charge? Oh, I think that was Media Blasters. Yeah, that was Media Blasters that dropped the ball on that one. Yeah, I think they, hold on, I'm going to connect to the internet. But I'll check that out quick as I keep going. But anyway, Viz Media, the anime is joining Verizon's Go90 streaming service. For those of you that are unfamiliar with what Go90 is, well, it's weird. It's an American video streaming service launched back in October 2015 by Verizon that offers a selection of TV shows, movies, clips, and other streaming media. It's free, ad-supported, and does not require a subscription. I have heard rumor that it is available on Roku. I have yet to ever see that. I have heard rumors that it is, you can watch it on Roku. Again, I have yet to see that. But, okay, so, alright, it says it right here. There's actually a request for it to be on Roku. There's a request on the Roku forum. Request Go90 to create a Roku channel. Yes, please, for God's sake. If it's free, come on! Is it an actual channel? Is it an actual thing on here? I like the one comment on here in the forum. It goes, it's a Verizon experiment that appears to be failing. It was designed as a mobile-only competitor to Netflix and YouTube, but has not taken hold. Most of its employees were laid off in January, and it's now being passed around among several divisions of the company as they try to decide whether to kill it. Well, then by all means, do whatever you want with it then. But yeah, a lot of this stuff, I would say, would make a good, Roku channel. Tsunami. What the hell? Do Go90. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. So it's basically a thing. Verizon planned to offer its subscribers Go90 content without the content counting towards their bandwidth cap. Blah, 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 and everything else. A reviewer for Board Genius Report said that the development of Go90 was a continuation of Verizon's opposition to net neutrality. I'm not going to get into that. The service is currently region-locked to internet users in the United States only. So for those of you, sadly, outside of the U.S., you can't watch it. I apologize if I'm whetting your appetite for nothing. But it's got a lot of weird things on here, like College Humor, Awesomeness TV, MTV's Funny or Die, Nerdist Industries, Rooster Teeth, producers like Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, LeBron James. Yeah. In all honesty, I think I could probably just watch the same stuff probably on Crackle. But anyway, I was looking up Bakuman on this as I keep going. So, Viz Media, great idea. And in all honesty, I could, I could get behind it. But as great as it is, and I want to say that, as great as Viz Media is, they do have a tendency to screw around things. But they announced plans to bring some of its biggest series to Verizon's Go90 streaming platform. So far, the content distribution agreement has 9 fan-favorite series now available to stream for free on the Go90 app on iOS and Android. It's an actual Android app. I may have to check that out. Might have to download that. I don't know. I'll check that out. But here's a breakdown of the available content, and I will read this off and tell you if it's subbed or dubbed. It's only 9, and it's not a good list. But before I go any further, who has the rights to this? Let's see here. Bakuman, who has the rights to you now? Television series. Okay, North America has the rights to... Viz Media has the North American licensing rights for the anime series for Season 1, Season 2... Wow, there's even a game. Go figure. Season 3. Live action film. Oh, God. It's a live action film. Perfect Crime Party novel. There's a game. It's pretty cool. Only released in Japan, of course. And the manga, which is... Okay, the manga is Viz Media. Okay, so yeah, Viz Media does own the rights to Bakuman. Okay, so I can add that to my list then. I had to double check that. Because I know at one point Media Blasters was doing it because it was just another one of their titles that they dropped the ball on, and it still pisses me off to this day. Because they only ever came out with Volume 1 on DVD, and that was it. Volume 1 was out, and that was all we ever saw of it. No Volume 2. We got a teaser for the next episode that was in Volume 2, but no Volume 2. So go figure. But back to the topic at hand here. I know, I keep sidetracking myself. So here's a breakdown of the available content for Viz Media's streaming stuff, the anime on Verizon's Go90 streaming platform. You got Excel World. Great series. I've seen the whole thing. 24 episodes, both subbed and dubbed. I recommend both, actually, because the subtitled version is what I watched, and the dub actually isn't too bad. And it's actually a really touching series, because what other series is going to have a overweight kid falling for and actually getting the hot chick and the most popular girl in school? You tell me, you give me one anime series where that happens that isn't some type of a science fiction or slice of life knockoff comedy or something, and I'll call you, and I'll show you a person that's satisfied. You show me one that's like that, and I'll be happy. Remember, it's got to either be science fiction or not science fiction and not slice of life comedy. Yeah. Death Note. The complete 37-episode series, both subbed and dubbed. Yeah, sure, we'll just get that one in there. Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter. 104 episodes, sadly only subtitled. Yet the first 2 on this list are dubbed. And by the way, this list is in alphabetical order, in case anybody's wondering. Infinity T-Force, which I actually just saw a DVD for. God, where was I when I saw that? Oh, I think I was when I was over at Barnes & Noble. I saw a thing for that. It's actually a manga for it. I think it was the manga. It's not too bad. The complete 12-episode series, subtitled. Inuyasha, 54 episodes covering seasons 1 and 2, subbed and dubbed. Well, of course, Viz Media has to put their cash cow on there. I mean, come on. It's the longest running soap opera they have. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, 113 episodes covering seasons 1 and 3, subtitled. The classic Naruto. Now, this is what annoys me with this. You want to have your one thing on here. This is the one series that you are mostly known for. You think Viz Media, you think Naruto. You only have 220 episodes, which cover seasons 1 through 5, subtitled. Now, this is the classic Naruto. Now, I could be wrong. That could be the entire classic Naruto collection, and that's when it's split off to Shippuden, but I don't know the exact episode where it's split off, and I'm not in the mood to look it up. So, but only subtitled for these. You can't even listen to the dub. That's not good. One Punch Man, the complete 12-episode series. One Punch Man. The show that makes no sense, but yet is loved by so many. I've seen it. It makes no sense. Okay, I know there's a plot in it, but I just can't figure out what the plot is. And I've watched it. I don't know. Subtitled only, first 12 episode, or the 12-episode complete series. That's it. And Vampire Knight. 26 episodes, seasons 1 and 2, subtitled and dubbed. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. It's all nice. You got Excel World, Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Infinity Force, Inuyasha, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Naruto, One Punch Man, and Vampire Knight. Wow, that's a real great lineup for a Go90 app. Yeah, let's just think about this for a minute. I think Crackle gives you way more anime. Crunchyroll gives you way more anime. Way more. Did I say way more? There's even anime on Tubi. That gives you more anime than this. Hell, I can pull up more anime on YouTube than this. This is pathetic. But, okay, I understand your point. Let's get ourselves out there. Let's try to break away from some of these other streaming services because they're having issues. A lot of those streaming services are starting to go down. A lot of the anime-based ones are sadly being closed up. They're going out of business because they can't compete with the free bases like Crunchyroll. Oh, well, you can watch it for free if you don't mind waiting a week for the episode. That's fine. They'll wait a week. While, yes, you have the illegal ones, which there are so many of them out there, you also have the legitimate ones, and then you have the other legitimate ones that are going out of business because they can't compete with the legitimate ones and the illegal ones. So, yeah, for a streaming platform like Go90, great. You want to put anime on there. I think there was already some on there to begin with, but now Viz wants to join, and they're throwing this. This is what they're bringing to the party. Now, don't get me wrong, Excel World is a wonderful series. Fact to be, there are very few game-based anime series that I actually like. Dot Hack, SAO, and Excel World are my top 3 favorites. And I'm talking all of Dot Hack, including, it's Dot Hack Legend of the Twilight, Dot Hack Rebirth, that Dot Hack GU trilogy. Every Dot Hack is thrown into that list. So Dot Hack, all of Dot Hack is on that, is that first one. Sword Art Online is my second favorite, and Excel World's my third. And I always will love Dot Hack because that was the first one I ever saw. I just thought it was a science fiction thing. Then I played the video games, and I'm like, this is really cool. Sword Art Online has always been my favorite. I thought that was really neat when I first saw it. And Excel World is a really good series. I mean, damn it, it's beautiful. But this is what you're bringing to the party? Seriously, Viz? This is it? I mean, this is it? Death Note? Death Note hasn't been popular for the last how many years? Except with emos and other things like that. Don't get me wrong, there are some other people that still do like it, but let's face facts. It kind of fell out of obscurity when the series ended. Then you had that Relight movie where you had some extra bonus stuff thrown in, and you had the couple live-action films, which I still have issues with. The book that I still have issues with. But that's not really that relevant of a series anymore. Sure, it's popular. I won't deny it's popular, but still. It does have its, ups and downs. I have never heard of Infinity Force, and I did, like I said, I swear it was like the manga for it. So I'm kind of picturing it in my head, and I think it was the manga for it. So, I haven't seen the anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Classic Naruto, One Punch Man, Vampire Knight, Hunter x Hunter. I can understand Hunter x Hunter. That's still somewhat popular. Inuyasha's your cash cow soap opera. You're not going to want to put that. Any streaming site you go to, you're going to want to throw that on. That's your go-to. That's your little bundle of joy. That's your cash cow. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? 220 episodes of the classic Naruto? That's it? Seriously? Vampire Knight, One Punch Man? I don't know where to go with that, Viz. I really don't. But anyway, so for those of you that are interested in seeing the Go90 app, there you go. Check out the Go90 app and check out the list of stuff from from Viz Media that they put up on the Go90 app. Keep in mind, you can only see it if you live in the U.S. Sadly, for those of you that listen to my podcast that live in like Japan or Korea or Mexico or South America or England or Greenland or Canada or Australia, Antarctica, China, Japan, Tanzania, or Africa, or any of the other continents and countries out there other than the U.S., I'm sorry to hype this up for you and you can't see it. I do apologize for that. Please don't take it out on me. Please don't hate me. It's not my fault. Go blame the people that made it. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it this week for the absolutely completely random podcast. I know it's been a long week. Yeah, I know. Seems a little short, but believe me, it's wonderful in its own special way. Because remember, we all are all wonderful in our own special way. At least that's what that song always told us. But I want to try to get some sleep. I got to get up in the morning to fix this up, to put up on YouTube, and watch the final episode of Dragon Ball Super. And share with everyone in the world one last time as we all say in unison, until we meet again, Goku. But until we meet again next week here on the podcast, don't forget, if you have any ideas for topics that you'd like me to talk about, I'm serious. I will take your topics. So long as they are not political or religious, I will take your topics. I will talk about them to the best of my ability. If I can't talk about it, I'll let you know. You can send them to me via my Twitter page, at Otaku Roads. You can send them to my Facebook page, WebDesigner18 on Facebook. And you can even drop them in the discussion section of my YouTube channel. Yes, I do have the discussion section. Yes, it is open. And yes, I do try to make it a habit of checking that. Yes, I do forget from time to time, but I do make it a habit at least once or twice a week to check that. You can also send them to my email for the podcast, acrpodcast@gmail.com. That's all lowercase, acrpodcast@gmail.com. And until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the absolutely completely random podcast, and I'm off to Dreamland, where I will be facing off against whatever dreams want to come my way. Until next time, live long and prosper.